I'll call to order the 10th meeting of the Mayor and City Council, meeting in regular session on Monday, April 28th, 2014. Please note if you wish to be heard at this meeting, please sign the speaker list provided on the table at the side of the council chamber. The President has the right to limit the amount of time each speaker has for each agenda item. Each speaker will have 2 minutes to speak for each agenda item. We will now have the invocation led by Reverend Warren Litchfield, followed by the Pledge of Allegiance by Mayor Mo.
Would you join me in a moment of prayer? Almighty God, we gather this evening hour to conduct the business of the city. We offer our prayer for our mayor, for the president, for the members of the city council, and for all in authority. Grant unto them a sense of justice, strength, and wisdom as they perform their duties in behalf of all thy people. We especially commend your gracious care and keeping all the men and women of our armed forces at home and abroad, our law enforcement community and fire and rescue. Defend them day by day with your heavenly grace. Strengthen them in their trials and temptations. Give them courage as face of perils beset them, and grant to each a sense of your abiding presence wherever they may be. Remember those upon a bed of affliction. Comfort those who mourn the loss of loved ones. In the name of the one who is Lord of life, we pray. Amen.
Amen.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Ms. Rao, would you please call the roll?
Ms. Crary?
Here.
Mr. Rick?
Here.
Mr. Laz?
Here.
Ms. Nicholas?
Here.
President Smalls?
Here.
Mayor Mel?
Agenda item 5 is approval of the minutes of the ninth meeting of the ninth meeting of April 14th, 2014. Council, you have in front of your seats a correction, is it, Kim, or an addition? An amendment to the minutes, the highlighted portion.
Mr. President, I so move for the adoption with the addition of the comments made by the mayor.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, Ms. Rao, please call the roll.
Mr. Rick?
Yes.
Mr. Laz?
Yes.
Ms. Crary?
Yes.
Ms. Nicholas?
Yes.
President Smalls?
I vote yes. I will now move to agenda item 6, report of the mayor and council. Tonight we'll start with Councilman Ricks.
Thank you. I attended in the past 2 weeks the meeting with the mayor in the parks. I also attended yesterday a very rewarding afternoon spent with some wounded warriors down in Essex and dedicating some very needed resources for treating those people in a second-hand way once they get back home, that they're provided with extra service in order to fulfill some of their wishes. So it's like a make-a-wish type of a situation. But again, was very rewarding, and so I encourage anybody that has the opportunity to look into that. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilman Ricks. Councilwoman Crary.
Thank you, Mr. President. On the 22nd, I attended the public safety breakfast with Councilmember Nicholas. At that time, amongst many pieces of information we gathered, there was information that DJ Hall will be presenting, the fire chief, to this body about the vial of life and what seniors should do with their emergency information in their homes. That will be up and coming. On the 24th, I attended the Arbor Day celebration where we planted a tree at the Historic Museum. And I attended the principals' breakfast with the council members and the mayor this past weekend on Friday. On Saturday, I attended the MML board meeting in Annapolis with Mr. Manzi. We discussed the new speed camera legislation, which redefines or tightens the definition of a school zone. In addition to that, we discussed financial disclosure laws. Today, I attended the presentation of a well-deserved an award by Comptroller Francho to Billy Miles at the Laurel Meat Market. And that concludes my report, Mr. President. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman Crowder. Councilman Les.
Thank you, Mr. President. I just want to take a minute, remind everybody as the days get longer, and even though our children aren't out of school yet, there's a lot of children playing in the evening. So be aware, go the speed limit, but watch for the children darting out into the street. Unfortunately, they have a habit of doing that. That concludes my report, Mr. President.
Thank you, Councilman Les. Councilwoman Nicholas.
Thank you. I want to thank Mike Lotsky for all of his work during the Arbor Day celebration and the other committee members. I did attend the public safety breakfast in the city in the park meeting, and I also wanted to send out condolences to Mike Kirk for the passing of his sister. That's it. Thank you.
Thank you, Councilwoman Nicholas. I'll be brief. I had an opportunity to attend the Fort Meade Alliance breakfast with our city administrator and Mr. Jack Brock. It was a very informative breakfast. It brought together many of the partners in our general community that helped form the Fort Meade Alliance. I learned a lot about the fort that I didn't know, but I got an opportunity along with those of us who attended to learn about some of the cyber security business that is taking place at Fort Meade. I had an opportunity also to attend and participate in the closing of the Maryland Municipal League's legislative committee meetings. We did a wrap-up of our efforts and reviewed bills that passed this session that affect municipalities, as well as took a look at bills that didn't pass. As everyone serving on that committee, myself included, admitted that it was a bit of a different kind of legislative session this year, primarily with a number of elections that are being held this summer. I hope everyone had an opportunity to participate in the electronics recycling program. It's always a worthwhile program to take part in. I commend our Public Works Department for putting that on regularly. I know I got rid of a lot of old stuff because I'm one of those technology nuts that as soon as something comes out new, I'm ready to buy it, so I had a lot of stuff to turn in. I also attended the principals' breakfast along with my colleagues and the mayor. And I'd just like to announce, and I'll express this to my colleagues on the council and the mayor, PGCMA is holding its board member elections at its May meeting. And it's encouraging Laurel to once again be a strong partner and participant in PGCMA. We, as a city, have over the years had a very strong involvement with PGCMA, so they're sending out the request for Laurel to become re-engaged with the Municipal Association. That's my report. Mayor Mo.
Thank you, Mr. President. Let me first start out by saying that with the weather that's coming, there is a flood watch in the area here. The Mark station, the Mark parking lot is open, will be open tomorrow. That could very well change tomorrow night, so we apparently the word was out there that it's closed now. The Mark Station parking lot is open. It will be open tomorrow, but watch our social media and press releases. That could very well change tomorrow night, depending on the amount of rain. Let me give condolences to Eileen Levin for the loss of her husband, Chuck Lavin, and Chuck was involved in community, so was Eileen with CERT and others, but Chuck was a member of the American Legion, past commander, and we wish them our prayers and thoughts are with them and their family. Also, as you heard, Mike Kirk, who is a member of the Laurel Fire Department, as well as a city employee here with Public Works, lost his sister, Mary Kay Kirk. We wish them our prayers and thoughts as well. The electronic recycling and paper shredding event at Public Works, Chief told me brought in about 8 tons. And I want to again thank Public Works for their hard work and I appreciate you all coordinate that, Paul. Did have the opportunity to attend the Limb Loss Awareness 5K Walk, Run, and Wheel around Goody Park. It was their first event, well-attended, made some money, and I appreciate them sending me the invitation to take part in that as well. The National Drug Drop-Off Program that was held over the weekend, although the police department does have a box, a green box in the lobby area that you can drop off 24 hours, 7 days a week. We did have in Partnership Hall where they could drop that off over the weekend, and Chief tells me we thought maybe a couple 100 pounds of prescription drugs. We did have City Hall in the Park last week. Had a couple people. That was the day it was real windy, and our next one will be next month, so look for that as coming up. Today, Peter Francho, our comptroller, was in Laurel today. Went by Miles Meat Market to acknowledge Bill Miles and his family for their contributions to the city and to the state. And I think Bill was very pleased and well-deserved recognition on behalf of the comptroller, and we thank him for being here in the city as well. The quarterly breakfast meeting with the principals we had last week. I want to thank Eisenhower for hosting that, and thank members of the council for attending and staff as well. Those are very good meetings, and our next one won't be until after school comes back in, so we appreciate the principals meeting with us. The Arbor Day celebration at the Laurel Museum, you heard we did plant a tree there. Again, I want to thank the museum and want to thank Park and Recs, and more importantly, want to thank the Volunteer Tree Board. We can't do this without the tree board. They've done it. This is 21 years consecutively that we have been recognized as a tree city, as well as Earth Day on the 26th Saturday. There was a park cleanup at Goody Park. I told Mike I was coming back. I didn't show up. I got tied up doing other stuff. Sorry, Mike, but I think it looks like you had a good turnout and picked up a lot of trash over there as well, and we appreciate everybody coming out. This Saturday, May the 3rd, is Lake Fest. That'll be held at Laurel Lakes at Goody Park from 10 a.m. till 2 p.m. Sunday, May the 4th, is International Day at the Tabernacle Church. If you've never been there, box out a couple hours from 11 a.m. until 1. Very good time, and I know members of the council have been invited and other dignitaries, so we always look forward to that. Do have a few openings on committees. If people are interested in participating and volunteering, please contact my office or send us a short resume or contact one of your members of the council as well, and we'll get that, try to find something for you to do. The annual Employees Awards Luncheon will be held at the Partnership Hall from 1 until 3 p.m. on May the 8th. Now, we will close City Hall early that day. That is the day we recognize all the employees, and there's a luncheon, and we will close Municipal Center early. The Main Street Festival will be held on May the 10th, and we want to acknowledge and thank them for their business. Olive on Main Street is open. It's the old Salute restaurant, and had the opportunity to meet with the owners the other day, and I'm hearing high remarks already. Mr. President, I do have one reappointment. I did have the opportunity to talk to former Mayor Robinson for the Emergency Services Commission. I'd like to nominate Joe Robinson for 4/28/14 to 4/28/19.
Thank you, Mayor. Council, what's your pleasure?
So move.
Second?
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion?
Yeah, I didn't know that.
None. Ms. Rao, call the roll.
Mr. Ricks?
Aye.
Mr. Ladd?
Yes.
Ms. Crary?
Yes.
Ms. Nicholas?
Yes.
President Smalls?
I vote yes.
Audrey, can I say who's going to be on the street on the 9th? Okay. Fox News Channel 5 from Washington is going to be on the street before the Main Street Festival. They'll be there on the 9th. They're going to do some community events leading up until the festival on the 10th. So they're doing the live show there, correct? 7 a.m. to 10 a.m. Well, most of y'all still be in bed, I know. 7 a.m. until 10 a.m. So location, just look for the crowd, so you'll see them. So that concludes my report, Mr. President.
Thank you, Mayor. We'll move to agenda item 7, a general public hearing. I'll open the general public hearing at 7:21. Yes. Thank you. I have no one signed up to speak for the general public hearing. Is there anyone who would like to speak? Seeing, Mr. Ertl, if you come and give your name and address for the record, please,
I knew you should have done that earlier, Fred.
before you came in.
Turn that mic on, Chris.
Name is Chris Ertl, 1105 Montgomery Street in Laurel. And I'm just here with, for the Laurel Historical Society to advocate a little bit. And the board of directors had their meeting just recently, last Thursday. And they'd just like to keep you guys in the loop if we could. Of course, history is getting to be bigger and bigger in Laurel. We have a we have a trivia night now at Nuzbeck's, and on Mondays, I think it is. And then we have our, our new board is being elected. New board's been nominated. We have a new president coming along, Steve Hubbard, and we may have a new treasurer for the first time in as long as I can remember. The lady that helps to run the Main Street Pharmacy with her husband. And it's got a lot of financial experience apparently in the job that she's had over the years. So I think she'll be nominated as our next treasurer. We're changing some of the bylaws just to keep them up to date. And we have a new membership committee, which is doing a really much better job than before. We have a good meeting every quarter, as you all may know. It's a quarterly meeting of the board of directors, usually on Thursdays. Everybody's welcome to come. And I'm not sure I have anything else to report except that history seems to be of more interest these days, and so we're going to try and make it more educational opportunities for the young folks and people as well at the museum.
Thank you, Mr.
Thank you
Ertl.
very much.
Thank you.
Chris, I do want to acknowledge Lindsay, your executive director, and all the work she's done. We have a small working group here at City. On June the 3rd, we're partnering with the society to do a program regarding Civil War, the property donated Stanley, the whole 9 yards,
Right.
on June 3rd. She's been very helpful, and we look forward to that partnership growing and doing these types of things. And appreciate you coming up tonight. And
Well, we
giving
just
us an
gave her
update.
and her support staff a raise, so because they're doing such a good job.
Thank you.
Thank you. Is there anyone who would like to speak during the general public hearing? Seeing no one, I'll close the general public hearing at 7:24. I'll ask Mr. Fleming if he would like to take the podium.
Thank you, Mr. President. Tonight, we would like to recognize some individuals. This is a momentous occasion for them. 10 years ago, the city of Laurel, under the direction of Mayor Moe, conceived and implemented the City of Laurel's Community Emergency Response Team. We were working with Prince George's County to develop a team. Prince George's County was lagging because of legal issues, so we decided to go ahead on our own, and because of that, Laurel developed the first CERT team in Prince George's County, a fact that we're very proud of. The emphasis behind the CERT team grows from, it actually started in California, where they have significant events fairly regularly out there. So they, recognizing that citizens during an emergency like to pop out of their doors and come out and help, they decided that it would be in their best interest to corral these individuals and give them a little bit of training. So that's basically the concept of the CERT program. We, after the tornado that struck Laurel, and certainly after 9/11, We took our CERT team and we molded it into an organization that regularly or routinely assists all of the first responders in the city, not just volunteer, but career as well. These individuals are very dedicated, very interested in the city. They respond to special events in the city, the 4th of July, the Main Street Festival, as well as responding to incidents in the city, most of which have been revolve around flooding issues, but they are trained in others. They assist the community in helping them to prepare by providing them training, and they provide staff for disaster assessments. And this is a very key component of our first response to an incident. The individuals that are working the command posts, the individuals that are working in the Emergency Operations Center need to know exactly what has happened. So our CERT team has been trained to do that, to go out, conduct an assessment, and electronically transmit that information to City Hall. Just take a few seconds here to put a plug in for the team. We're interested in anybody who wants to come serve the city in this manner. If you can give my office a call, 301-725-5300, extension 2216. Be more than happy to hear from you and put you through the training. Having said all that, I would like to invite the mayor and the council president to come to the floor. We have some certificates and we have some mementos to provide to the individuals who are what we call plank owners. They are the ones that started in with the first CERT class in the city of Laurel, and we're here to recognize them for that effort this evening. So. I can do that. Yes. So if I can start with, put my glasses on first. If I can start with Edward Rowe, Jr. Come on up, sir. Thank you. Certificate.
All right.
If you see those two gentlemen there.
Oh, wow. Congratulations, thank you. And then Grace will give you something, we'll do a photo right over. So we'll do a group photo, so.
And his better half, no doubt, Lena. Leona, I'm sorry. 1,000 pardons. That's right. Gene Red Miles. Mayor Craig A. Moe. Martin A. Fleming. Thank you, sir. Appreciate that. And certainly my better half, Jane Fleming. Sorry. Couldn't resist it. Aww. Eileen Lavin, did she make it this evening? Denise Garland. Trouble with a capital T.
I don't know what you're talking about.
Uncle Al Burley. I think it's Grandpa Al now, isn't it? Okay, you got it. Jane Bulla. always a smile on her face, therefore, there's always a smile on our face. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Thank you very much.
Not her better half, Ralph Don Bulla.
You understand why she keeps smiling all the time.
Okay. Whoops. Oop, I'm sorry. I asked for that one. Donna Arnold.
I like to save the best for last.
Not quite. Okay, there are the original CERT members. If I could ask everybody to give them a round of applause. Bear with me for a minute. I have two other individuals to recognize. And I don't think he's here this evening. Jim McSeany for his 5 years of dedicated service to the CERT team. And Joseph Babula, I know he's here. Come on down. Joseph is the current president, chair, call him what you want. He's in charge.
Yes.
Good luck to you. Keep them all straight, will you? We might need you tomorrow. You done? Because I got to.
Yep. We have some refreshments that we'll be grabbing a little later on. Thank you all very much.
Did we miss anybody? You got it. Marty, let me first say thank you all very much. Hopefully we won't have to call you tomorrow night. Maybe. You all have done wonderful things for the city of Laurel and the community, and it saves us a lot of money, and we do appreciate that. I want to acknowledge Marty because, you know, the easy thing was years ago, I can't believe it's 10 years already, when I said to Marty, let's do the CERT program, get one up and get it running. The easy thing was to say it. He took it, ran with it, and made it happen. I really appreciate all the work that Marty does in keeping the CERT members updated and continuing to get classes. Word of mouth is our best advertiser, so I encourage all of you all to find someone, ask them to get involved, and let's do another CERT class here because you do wonderful things. So thank you all very much, and thank you, Marty, for what you do.
Sir.
One of the things we are doing with our
Thank you, Mr. Fleming, and I want to thank the members of the CERT team. I mentioned to the mayor, didn't get me anywhere, but I mentioned it to him anyway, that I was in the first Citizens Police Academy that was held here, and if it wasn't for the work that I do here with the council, I think I would be right there with you, because I think the work you do, the service that you provide to this community is outstanding, so congratulations. I'll now move to agenda item 8, second public hearing with possible action on resolution number 1-14, A resolution to extend the effective date of ordinance number 1769, an ordinance amending Chapter 7, Garbage, Trash, and Garbage Receptacles of the Code of the City of Laurel to amend Section 7-55 to extend the compliance dates for existing dumpsters and provide that the Director of Community Planning and Business Services shall administratively approve a site plan amendment for a refuse enclosure and provide for the waiver of development review fees and building permit fees for a refuse enclosure, and amending Section 7-56 requiring compliance with Section 20-2.2, plans, plats, and information to accompany application for permits of the Unified Land Development Code, providing an effective date. I've read the title into the record for the second reading. I'll open a public hearing at 7:37. I have no one signed up to speak on this agenda item. Is there anyone who would like to speak? Seeing no one, I'll close the public hearing at 7:37. Council, what's your pleasure?
Move for approval.
Thank you, Councilman Les. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Councilman Ricks. Any discussion? Seeing none, Ms. Rao, please call the roll.
Mr. Les?
Yes.
Mr. Ricks?
Yes.
Ms. Crary?
Yes.
Ms. Nicholas? Yes. President Smalls?
I vote yes.
Mayor Mel?
Agenda item 9 is a second public hearing with possible action on resolution number 3-14, a resolution to amend resolution number 15-03, which created the City of Laurel Transportation and Public Safety Committee to change the membership requirements. I read the title into the record for the second reading. I'll open the public hearing at 7:38. I have no one signed up to speak on this agenda item. Is there anyone who would like to speak? Seeing no one, I'll close the public hearing at 7:38. What's the pleasure of the council?
Mr. President,
Councilman Ricks?
move for the adoption of resolution number 3-14.
Thank you. Is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Councilwoman McCrary. Any discussion? Ms. Rao, call the roll.
Mr. Ricks?
Yes.
Ms. Crary?
Yes.
Mr. Les?
Yes.
Ms. Nicholas?
Yes.
President Smalls?
I vote yes.
Mayor Mel?
Concur.
Agenda item 10 is the second public hearing with possible action on resolution number 4-14, a resolution to appeal resolution number 7-08 regarding the assignment of responsibilities of the Citizens Advisory Committee for Persons with Disabilities to the City of Laurel Transportation and Public Safety Committee. I read the title into the record for the second reading. I'll open a public hearing at 7:39. I have no one signed up to speak on this agenda item. Is there anyone who would like to speak? Seeing no one, I'll close the public hearing at 7:39 and entertain a motion.
Mr. President,
Councilman McCrary.
I move that we approve resolution number 4-14.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none, Ms. Rao, call the roll.
Ms. Crary?
Yes.
Ms. Nicholas?
Yes.
Mr. Ricks?
Yes.
Mr. Les?
Yes.
President Smalls?
I vote yes.
Mayor Mel?
Concur.
Agenda item 11 is the second public hearing with possible action on resolution number 5-14, a resolution to repeal resolution number 5-07 regarding the Laurel Civic Improvement Committee. I read the title into the record for the second reading. I'll open a public hearing at 7:40. I have no one signed up to speak. Is there anyone who would like to speak? Seeing no one, I'll close the public hearing at 7:40. Council, I'll entertain a motion.
Mr. President, move for adoption.
Motion, and is there a second?
Second.
Thank you, Councilman Les. Any discussion? Ms. Rao, please call the roll.
Mr. Ricks?
Yes.
Ms. Les?
Yes.
Ms. Crary?
Yes.
Ms. Nicholas?
Yes.
President Smalls?
I vote yes.
Mayor Mel?
Our last agenda item is the second public hearing with possible action on resolution number 1798, an ordinance to amend the operating budget of the Mayor and City Council of Laurel, Maryland for the fiscal year July 1, 2013 through June 30, 2014. I read the title into the record for the second reading. I'll open a public hearing at 7:41. I have no one signed up to speak. Ms. Saylor, any comments? No? Okay. I'll entertain a motion, council.
Mr. President, I recommend approval of ordinance number 1798.
Second.
I have a motion and a second. Any discussion? Seeing none. Ms. Rao, call the roll.
Ms. Curry?
Yes.
Mr. Ricks?
Yes.
Mr. Les?
Yes.
Ms. Nicholas? Yes. President Smalls?
I vote yes.
Mayor Mel?
That concludes our agenda. Is there any other business? There are refreshments being served in the lobby. Councilwoman Nicholas? Whenever you like. Our meeting's adjourned. Thank you.